I'm getting to be or not to be? That is the question. So, you guys, Hamlet, the play Hamlet, Hamilton, not Hamlet, Hamilton. I'm picking up Hamilton. Hamilton. Somebody name maybe Hamilton. Last name, first name, I don't know. But there is a question. It's like energies of people questioning you, or when you share your gifts, when you're a service, it's like people are questioning what you got going on when you're alone. It's like if you have a platform, people are questioning, like, what is this person really compassionate? Is this really a gift? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this person really content with life? It's an energy of people see you, your face looks miserable. You look miserable about, it's like you look miserable, but at the same time, people could be wondering, like, are you really that miserable? Are you really that unhappy? And this could be, it could be, and I'm saying that, but it could be vice versa, where it's like you could be happy, you could be enjoying yourself, but your resting bitch face says something completely different. It's like, no, you manipulating. This ain't what it is. You really ain't happy. You really ain't enjoying yourself. But Spirit is saying that you're becoming closer to your true self every day. So choose to be happy. Understand that it's a choice. So today is like my daughter woke up and she was extremely happy. She was like overjoyed. And then all of a sudden it was like the life got sucked out of her. And every time I was trying to like poke and pry of like what's going on, she kept just saying that she had a headache. And in my head, I'm steady like, okay, you gonna take something? That's what I'm saying out loud. But in my head, I'm like, you are choosing to be miserable or suffer. Why? When this is a day that you woke up with the intentions to enjoy. And let me tell you, I've learned that she does this, or this happens to her every time she gets, it's a day where she is overly joy. It starts off overly joy, and then quickly she sinks. And I want to rescue her. I want to like tell her, well, do this and do that. And I've come to have peace even in my moments of being in pieces, because as a parent or as someone watching someone that you love suffer when they don't have to be, they can choose different. They can choose to do something and they not sit and dwell in misery. They can truly enjoy. It's like they are making one where it could be a moment. They're choosing it to be last longer. And I want to relieve her of that stress or that tension. And I'm getting that for God. God is wanting you to release whatever it is that is holding you back, where you are not choosing to be happy. Regardless of, it's like, if I'm hearing being a service to me is not that bad. Yeah, it's lonely. Yeah, you gotta isolate a little bit. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be around people and you don't like to be around people. Like you know who you are. So switch it as it needs to. But it's like there's a need for you to remember to rest. But during those times of rest, during those times of you sharing your gifts, it's going to open you up to being the truest part of yourself. But also, choosing yourself means choosing happiness. You are realizing that you are blossoming love. You are the one that blooms this greatness. It's like someone, spirit is telling someone to look at the details of why. Look at the details of the communication. Look at the details of what's inspiring. Look at the details and adjust to wherever and whatever it is that needs to be done for you to get to a place of you being happy, you being able to be in a celebratory energy on a regular basis. It's like when you have a favorite day, like let's say that you love Christmas, right? And you love Christmas. You love everything about it. You love the decorating. You love the day itself. You love the gift giving. You love everything about Christmas. And that's the only time that you're happy. It like overjoyed in happiness. And God is like, you realize that you can wake up and choose to be this way every day, right? Like you realize that you can choose to feel this way every day. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be miserable. You don't have to be sitting and dwelling in loneliness. It's like your inner child is crying out for you to kind of hold your head up and realize what you have in front of you. Hold your head up and look at all of the things that you have to celebrate. It's like spirit is wanting you to move forward out of this misery or this miserable ass energy. Yes. This fell out on its side. It's like spirit wants you to get out of this negative energy. It's like someone. So, all right, here it is. So, somebody that you find conflict with, or it's like you love them or you don't know them enough to like them, but you dislike them. So that means that like anything that they say and do is gonna bother you, it's gonna irritate you. And so, or you're in a bad mood where somebody irritated you, and then as soon as you get there, it's like, or as soon as you're encountering this person, as soon as you get to a place, as soon as you get to a job, as soon as you get, it's like all of a sudden you're irritated as fuck. And it's spirit is like, release this negativity. It's like you're able to be fulfilled on a continuous basis. But your higher self is trying to guide you in how to do this. And there is some type of realization that is had, or someone is having about this. It's like someone is at war or in conflict mentally within themselves or with themselves. They could be worrying about lack or worrying about so much other stuff. Worrying about manifesting or what they're manifesting. Worrying about belonging. You know how you plan a day and then something goes wrong. Somebody says something. Someone, it's like something takes it and you allow that moment to deter you from enjoyment. And I'm getting like spirit is begging someone to look at the details of the life. Look at the people that have experienced this. So, for example, if you experience or you deal with or you battle some type of depression or some type of deep sadness when you are alone or when things don't go your way, I'm getting, and I'm gonna tell you, when I was in my 20s, and I'm not even gonna say just in my 20s, like my teenage years too, me looking back at that time, I was spoiled. Like I got everything I needed, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is what made me realize that I heard a man say that being depressed is a luxury, and I never had that luxury. And it was a light bulb moment because I heard that at the same time I had a child that was going through depression. And it was like I had to look at the details of my child has a luxury of being depressed. Much. And no matter what anybody says, you are depressed because things are not going your way. Things are not happening the way that you think it should go. And instead of you changing it, instead of you taking the opportunity, because I've been saying this since 4 years, I would say about 16 years. Depression is you being tired of showing up in the ways that you're showing up in your life and not changing it. You're not changing. You're choosing not to change. You're choosing to just be sad about it. You're choosing to, it's like you are crippled by that choice or that lack of choosing. And I'm getting, spirit is wanting someone to look at someone or talk to somebody that has been through those things, that have experienced that and overcome. I had a friend tell me that their problem with me was that I acted as if I just wanted them to change their depression fast. Like just change their, and maybe that was how it came off. And I can see why they said that. But what's crazy is never in that time did I ever think that. Never in that time. It was just like I was trying to give this person all the tools to get out of it. It's like I'm pouring and pouring and pouring. And because I didn't want them to lack. See, when I was going through a depression, nobody gave me tools that I could truly use to get me out of the depression. They gave me tools to cope with what I was dealing with, but I didn't need to cope. I needed to get this shit behind me. Because I had people that was dependent on me. I had lives. I had a life to live. I had people that's dependent on me. Their life depended on my life. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I didn't have the luxury of being depressed. It's like my future depended on it, and my children were my future. So I couldn't sit and dwell in this sadness. I couldn't sit and dwell, when I was lonely. I couldn't sit and dwell in the desires of what I wanted. Like I wanted my husband to do right by me and my children, but I couldn't sit and dwell and be depressed about it. I couldn't sit and dwell on the fact that my life didn't look a damn thing like the way that I wanted it to. I couldn't sit and dwell on the state of my finances. I couldn't sit and dwell on the people that I trusted and they were disloyal. I couldn't sit and dwell there. And I'm getting that spirit is wanting you to make a choice. Make a choice. The moment that you make this choice, I'm hearing brilliant. Somebody is going to see your brilliance. Someone is going to acknowledge who you are. As you're sharing your gift, as you're sharing, they're going to see your determination. They're going to see your smarts. But it's like, I'm hearing don't push them away. It feels as if someone is so afraid of other people using them. And one thing that I had to get to a place of accepting, because I felt so used by other people. But what I had to get to a place of accepting, like maybe it wasn't them that was using me, it was God. So I made this comment to someone recently and they was like, what the fuck? That's how they looked at me. They didn't say it, but that's how they was looking at me. Because I said, well, if somebody uses or takes something that's mine, or takes something that belongs to me, then that means that they needed it way more than I did. And even if they didn't need it way more than I did, and they thought that they did, one thing for sure, if they didn't need it and they was taking it out of greed, they're going to be punished. Their karma is going to be their karma. But I have come to accept that if somebody takes something from me or tries to do something where I am in lack, Spirit will always give me more. God will always give me better. And I've come to accept that. And that's what I'm getting. Spirit is wanting you to get out of the mental imprisonment and prioritize that. Prioritize being okay with being used. Because, and not in a worldly way. Like, not saying, oh, just be out here open to people manipulate you. No. It's understanding that God needs to use you for other people. And sometimes that looks like you encountering somebody that is toxic to you, but you are a blessing to them. But please understand that when you gain the courage to leave that relationship, leave that person, or set a boundary between you two for your peace or for your tranquility in the relationship or within oneself, God is going to make sure that you get that and so much more. It's like Spirit is wanting you to balance this. Putting an end to the self-doubt. Putting an end to living a life for not being fulfilled. Putting an end to, it's like you having a free will. Like I was saying about my baby. She has the free will to take something for her headache, or she has the free will to just sit and suffer. Me as a mother, yeah, I want to open her goddamn mouth and throw a pill in it and make it where she eats it so she can feel better. But she has the choice. It's her free will. It's her choice. And Spirit is like, open your heart up. Open your heart up to the free will of other people, but also accept your free will also. So that means setting boundaries when it's needed. Because let me tell you, me knowing my child, if I go in there and put a Tylenol in her mouth and then pour something, she gonna spit it out. She gonna be pushing me away as soon as I try to pry her mouth open. Because she understands boundaries. She understands her free will. She understands where, like she's grounded enough and she's stable enough mentally and strong enough mentally where she ain't letting even her mama. And that's how I raised her. So I don't find any offense to it. But even her mama, she not gonna take no BS from me. Even if it looks like I'm trying to help her, even though from my point of view, I'm trying to help you. There's a need for you to accept that and see other people's perspective. There's a need to accept when things are out of your grasp. Where like this desire is for, like my desire for my child is to live happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and without pain. And that's not one child, that's all of my children. That's the example that God has given me. Yeah, you want that for your child, or you want that for yourself, but at the same time, you want that, but sometimes you have to understand that you're loving someone enough for them to be able to fulfill their life in the way that they need to, or you being able to fulfill your life in the way that you need to, is still, it may be just you sharing your knowledge. You sharing your wisdom, prioritizing yourself enough where you're not stressed mentally or emotionally about the fact that they are choosing to live in suffering. Okay? And being able to acknowledge when there's stress, when there's imbalance, when it's like, if I overstep, then it will be successful. If I reconcile, it'll be success. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm getting like coming back to oneself. Getting back to oneself. I'm hearing cutting through the bull. Cutting through the bull. Spirit wants you to not be in regret. Put an ending to the sorrow and the regret and the disappointment that you feel because something did not work out in the way that you wanted it to, or something had to end. Find great joy in those endings. Celebrate, be content with those endings, but also acknowledge if you feel like something can be recovered from this. You may learn a lesson. You may learn how to set boundaries, or you may learn how to respect other people's boundaries. You may learn that you selfish. You may learn that you self-centered. You may learn that you irritate the soul of somebody else. And accepting that. And it don't mean that, like I stated to a few people recently, like a good and a bad can coexist at the same time. So you could be a good person, but at the same time, you get on somebody's nerves. Or you could be selfish or self-centered, but you could still be a good person. Because sometimes being a good person means I gotta be selfish. I gotta make sure I'm good. Sometimes I gotta think about myself because me thinking about you is depleting me emotionally, financially, mentally, physically. And I need to be the center because I can't pour into my children. I can't pour into other relationships. I can't pour into my jobs. I can't pour into myself because I'm too busy pouring into you. And you're too busy siphoning everything that I have. It's like understanding, being truthful about the actions that you need to take, and using your understanding that you're using your wisdom to be empowered to fulfill whatever it is that you need to fulfill. It's like you going within and taking ownership, taking the lead in these situations, in servicing spirit, in being able to choose your happiness, to be able to choose who you want to be. Sometimes we examine ourselves to be a good person, but we know that we done made some fucked up decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like we done made some choices that was like out there. And you know, if somebody knew about them choices, they wouldn't necessarily see you as a good person. It's like getting out of your head and realizing like the tools that I had to make that choice. Like it wasn't that I'm a bad person because I did this for my sister. I did this for my brother. I did this for my kids. I did this. I made these choices for myself. It's like understanding why you made the choices and getting out of your head around or allowing the negativity around those things and realizing that like I made a mistake or I did something, but I can't hold on to the negativity. Like I gotta learn my lesson and move it, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It's understanding that. And so you can be able to progress and celebrate and on the inside. On the inside, because to be free in your mind is to be free indeed. Realizing what you've invested in. Realizing what you've invested in. And understanding the resources that you had. Realizing the resources that you got. and being honest of how you can speak over this or how you can do something to make it, I'm hearing, make it worthwhile so things can change. I'm hearing it's getting cold outside. So it's like spirit is asking you to change something. It's getting too cold for you to be out here to be cold. Like your dreams can come true. Your wishes can come true. But you got to get to a place of contentment within oneself. Like, I'm going to be honest. I used to beat myself up because I didn't see things. I saw my good heart. I saw my nurturing side, kind side, loving side. I saw it as a bad thing because I had so many people try to manipulate me and put me in situations that I should have never been in, but I didn't peep the scene until after the fact. You know what I'm saying? I didn't peep what somebody was doing until after the fact that I didn't already did it. I didn't already said it. It was like, why am I here type of energy. Here's what's going on. God is telling you to balance that out. It's all right for you to have your heart on your sleeve, but at the same time, being honest about that. Being honest about the times when you've had an indecision, where you at a fork in the road, not knowing what to do. Being honest about that you confused if this person truly trying to guide you in the right direction. Is this going to be happy? Or is this a blessing or a lesson? Being honest about the relationships that you've had in your life, and was it best when you were by yourself, or was it best when you were in a partnership, or was it best when you were with certain people? You know what I'm saying? It's like having these realizations about where your abundance and where your opportunities have truly come from, and how you've prepared by the challenges that you've been through, the mistakes you've made, and how you've moved on from them, how you've gotten this relief to choose happiness. It's like understanding that happiness is a choice, but sharing your gifts is an even bigger choice. Understanding that self-love is, I'm hearing God's love. God's love to self. Self-love and gratitude. You being true to yourself. When you loving on yourself, it's like somebody can't do nothing but love you that way. And if they choose not to love you that way, all right, cool. And accepting, like, okay, you don't want to put in the work, you don't want to invest in me in the ways that I'm investing in you, well, we can leave. You just want my body, all right, cool. Because I got a miracle that's waiting on me. And if I'm sitting over here with you and you ain't giving me what I need, then I can't be content just right here when God already gave me this big old gift, that already told me that I got this big old gift. If I just do this, if I just transform, if I just set boundaries, if I just live on myself, if I just make sure that I'm good over everybody else, God gonna give me the relationship I need. God gonna make sure I'm good. God gonna send me kindred spirits, and even if it may not even be an intimate relationship, it may be a friend. And what I mean by a friend, I ain't talking about no dude and a female, I'm saying, or like whatever gender you like, I ain't talking about like that. I'm talking about like somebody that genuinely know, regardless of the age, regardless of someone truly loving you. Someone truly respecting you. There's a need. God wants you to forgive yourself for those mistakes. You're having a hard time choosing happiness and acknowledging that you're becoming more and more like your truer self because of you not forgiving yourself. You're not able to honor God's timing because you won't leave what happened before alone. You won't leave it. And it's creating blocks for you. Spirit wants you to calm your feelings down. Get your emotions in check. You're a vessel for the divine. Your energy is beautiful. And it's full of joy. I'm hearing laughter. It's like you understanding that you are love. You are looking for love, but you are love. You are the sanctuary for true love. You're that sanctuary. But understanding that you're self-sufficient. You can be self-sufficient in that. And stop being depressed or feeling like you need to be in despair because you feel like I'm looking for love. Man, no. The truth is you are love. Your actions speak of love. Your words, your silence, it's all empowering. You are love. You love. Get out of the ownership and make it God's. Instead of make it God's. Not my car, the car. God's car. Not my children, God's children. And understand that to be able to detach is a piece that one may never understand until they're in the midst of it. I'm hearing into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. So the little Einsteins, you may have a younger child, or there may be significant around a child trying to come through, but they chose you, but they waiting on your freedom to arrive before they come in, because they don't want to come into your life and you're in a prison mentally. I forgive those who have harmed me in the past and peacefully detach from them. I give myself space to grow and learn. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to tell you guys, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for all the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and donations. Your third eye, so something that you must see, as well as your crown chakra, something that you must understand, is very, very significant. And I'm getting that this is it. What this reading is about is exactly what you need to see and understand. I give myself the care and attention I deserve, and I give myself space to grow and learn. You guys, I want to tell you again, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Until next time, everybody, namaste and blessings to you and yours.